What it do? It's DOA niggas back with another episode of Putting It Together. Today we got that 601 Oscuro. Yeah, we back blowing. But man, before we even get into what's going on today, man, I want to say shout out to the LOS. That's my subscribers, man. League of Shadows. Y'all know I don't really too much harp on people subscribing and shit like that. Cause I don't know if y'all seen that Batman, but the League of Shadows, we ain't out here looking for recruits, man. You gotta find us. We up in the mountains. You gonna have to probably have to body 2-3 dudes in jail and then climb a mountain to get in the League of Shadows. So, we ain't out here trying to lobby for subscribers, man. When you in the league, you gotta find the league. You know what I'm saying? League of Shadows, man. We getting deep though. I appreciate all 109 of my subscribers thus far, because man, we gonna take over the world for real. Strength in numbers, and cats that think like us is generating a lot of power, man. We keeping the globe turning for real. But enough of that, man. We gonna talk about Sarah Fontenot. No, Sarah. That's what I like to call her ass, because she be on some dumb shit. It's another chick cut from that Joy Taylor-esque cloth. But I'm going to go out on a limb right now and say that Joy Taylor would get a man way before Sarah Fontenot ever gets a man. Sarah Fontenot ain't finna get no man. She's just another chick with some feminist lyte type viewpoints, and look like she got a lips, chest, face full of fillers. I don't know what she used to look like, but just that aesthetic looks like she's got fillers everywhere. I just saw she was finna get some veneers, so stay tuned for them big ass chiclets coming to a screen near you. You know what I'm saying? Then on top of it all I see her on is black publications. Even her own podcast, I think it's her and another black girl, a couple black people on there. And it's like, this chick, dog, she's not black. I'm going to just tell you that right now. For one, I think she was born in fucking Canada somewhere, but she looked like an Asian to me, and I'm usually not far off. I didn't do too much research into where she allegedly comes from, other than that she's Canadian. But the bottom line is, this ain't no black chick. Then it's interesting to me why this woman who's not black is always on black publications talking like a fake ass doctor about relationships, and she don't have no success in them. Y'all, and I'm talking to black women and black men right now, y'all gotta stop listening to people who ain't got no fucking ring on their finger, who's not married, telling you about relationships and what it takes to attain success in relationships. Bitch, you ain't got no man. You ain't got no fucking man. So what are you about to tell us? What are you talking about? But aside from the chick just genuinely being annoying in many ways, first time I think I saw her, she was talking about single moms. She was on damn, I can't think of the name of the podcast. Something like Tonight's Conversation or something like that. But she was talking about single moms and how they made these mistakes, and they done made mistakes in relationships and all of that. And it's like, chick, you not a virgin. First of all, you yourself is not a virgin. So I know you didn't had a whole lot of attempted relationships, and you wasn't successful in picking. You wasn't successful in picking no mate and picking no man. But because a woman walks around with a child, possibly from a failed relationship in the past, you somehow feel like you holier than thou. We don't know if you had an abortion. We don't know what your status is. We don't know if your ass can't even get pregnant. So to act like just because a woman got a chick from a failed relationship, I guess she's worse off than the women that's walking around that don't have kids. Man, fuck out of here with that shit, man. That shit played out, man, for real. But then, of course, I keep seeing her on podcasts, and I couldn't find the clip that I wanted to play for y'all. But she's always talking about these top 1% men, and that's who she wants. She want a man that's, that same sad story. I need a man making 6-7 figures. That's the only type of man I can be with. But see, let me break it down to you. For my League of Shadows, let Rise Our Ghoul, man. Let me take it from here and explain this to you. First of all, some of the richest men in American history will tell you straight out their mouth. You got Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, Henry Ford, Andrew Carnegie. All these dudes didn't get rich until 40 years of age or older. And these are some of the richest men that ever walked God's green earth. They wasn't touching bread until they was 40 plus. And a lot of them not close to 40, more towards 50 and up. They didn't get their money until then. So when I hear these women always talking about a man, and I'll play a clip for y'all with her talking about it.
What are some things that men need to do or need to work on to attract the right person?
I personally think that there are 3 things that every man needs, and he should not date unless it's for fun. Do the fun thing, but don't get serious until you know who you are, you know God, and you feel good in your bank account. And until you have those 3 things, I don't think, because you're going to be measuring. It's like, have you ever noticed that it's the people that don't make any money that want to shame the women that want a man that has it?
Yeah.
Rich men are like, of course she wants me for my money and everything else that I have to offer. But a broke, I call them disgruntled broke men, and broke is not a dollar amount, it's a mindset, right? Mm-hmm. It's like they the loudest ones. Have you guys ever noticed that the women that hate on beautiful women that get all of the things, they're the ones that don't take care of themselves.
Trash.
They don't go to the gym, they ain't read a book, they're not focused on themselves, right? So just making sure you're doing your best to be your best you makes the biggest difference.
I agree with that, because a lot of dudes complain about like the brokies.
Yes.
What the internet call them, the brokies. They always be like, man, this dude bought her this and did this and flew. He's a trick. And I'm like, no, brother, you just broke. You just broke.
A man shouldn't date until he feels secure in his bank account. What? So niggas is supposed to wait till they 40, 50 years old before they start dating? So we can be out here miserable like yo fucking Asian ass? Like, come on, man. Y'all, she need to stop that shit. She need to stop that shit. Maybe you shouldn't date. I would not encourage no man to be waiting until you secure in your bank account to start dating. Of course, you don't want to be out here chasing and you struggling financially, but at the same time, love will find you at the most unsuspecting moments. And I heard somebody talking about Denzel Washington's wife. Denzel's wife paid for their first date. You know what I'm saying? And now look at what Denzel has become. You know, and that's the thing about a lot of these women who talk like this, they don't have the vision, nor do they actually know what it takes to be wealthy. They don't know the experiences of a strong black man, especially. Like, there are forces beyond what is easily perceived that's trying to keep a truly strong black man from getting money. That's number one. Y'all looking at these NFL, NBA players, man, these niggas is buck broke. That's why they giving them these checks, and they know that the way that they have trained these guys' minds, most of them's gonna give their money right back. You got niggas like Anthony Edwards. You know, I always use this nigga because he's a walking, talking example of what they expect an NBA player to do with their money. You know, so they giving these niggas money. They look strong, and indeed, physically, they might be strong, but these ain't niggas who's trying to change the world for real. These is not the men that the powers that be are in fear of. It takes an intelligent, strong, dynamic, leader type black man to strike fear into the powers that be's heart. You know what I'm saying? So when you see these niggas with money, hey, that's one thing. But it's funny because a lot of them, they gonna get they women when they like 18, 19 years old. A lot of them, the ones that's gonna have women that stick with them like a Jalen Hurts or something like that. And I'm not saying his relationship is super ideal or nothing like that, because nigga got married with no prenup, which I don't feel like was a smart move on his behalf. But I do commend his woman for being with him before he became all that we see him to be. And that's the thing. Like, I got a clip I'm gonna play about white women, and the white women kind of telling you how they nabbing these black men. And it's really just that they can see the potential in a man before he gets to the level of established. A lot of these black women, and I have to take Joy Taylor out the mix because I seen Joy Taylor say she don't need a man to make nothing in particular for her to be with him. She gonna use her money, you know what I'm saying? And she made her money, so what the fuck she need a man to make the money for? She just need what a man actually provides. That's leadership, stability, protection, a different type of streamlined thinking that women don't possess, etc., etc. You see, but Sarah Fontenot is dead set on having a man that makes a certain amounts of monies and all of this, and then you'll hear her double talk because she'll get on other interviews and be like, oh, well, rich is really a mindset. Well, why don't you find a nigga with a rich mindset and then y'all develop together and get rich together, rather than feeling like a nigga's gotta, and I get around these millionaire men and I just notice this, and that. Like, hey, why ain't you nabbed one yet? Why ain't you got one yet? It really makes little sense. But see, you can find white women, and I'm not condoning nothing. I'm just talking about what you can find. You can find a white woman that will see a black man with nothing and see the potential in him to have everything. They might take money out their pocket and invest in a black man to be successful. He's got a vision for a business. He ain't launched it yet. He ain't got there yet. And a white woman might take some money out of her savings account and invest in this man. And the next thing you know, he's rich. You see what I'm saying? And Sarah Fontenot talks a lot about this manifestation. You got to believe it in your mind, and then you will align and be able to receive it. But why can't you believe in your man like that? Why can't a man be making $50,000 or something when he meets you but you believe in him and you manifest and help him manifest to get to whatever 6-7 figures you expect this man to be making. Because really the way they talking right now lets you know that they out of touch with society. Most men ain't making that. I know some men that make $300,000 a year. My dad made $300,000 a year, but I'm gonna tell you, he didn't make that until he was past 50. He was 50 some years old when he started making that type of money. My dad came from the gutter. We came straight from the fucking trenches, dog. But I always knew my dad was gonna be successful. Even when he wasn't having money, I knew my dad was gonna be successful, and probably that power of thought helped to propel him to be successful. Me thinking it, my brother thinking it, my mom thinking it, his mom thinking it, probably is what got him to the level of success that he attained. But he didn't get rich overnight. Definitely didn't get rich overnight. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that Sarah Fontenot and a lot of women like her, they don't have that vision. They really don't know what it takes to be successful. Yet they're out here like they're life coaches and they can tell you how to be successful. But these chicks got 3-4 degrees, and then in the end, you end up being a podcaster. You know what I'm saying? That's how you making your bread, or you go into acting. But you didn't got a nurse's degree, you didn't got a law school degree and all this shit. Like, bitch, you don't really know what you're doing. You didn't really believe in yourself. And because of that, you shaky. You feel like you probably could return to broke. When you really know that you rich and you gonna always be rich, I don't feel like you put as much stipulations on your partner. You could pick a partner having nothing to do with money. Of course, you don't want a partner that's in debt or nothing like that. I mean, you wouldn't want that. But if that's what you get, then you should be able to help your partner get out of debt and turn their financial life around. You should be able to bring the financial literacy if you that skilled and you that fucking rich. That's how I feel. You know, they expect men to do that shit with women. And see, here's the thing too. If you find a man, especially a chick like her, who don't really look like nothing extraordinary, just a makeup face chick with a little to no body, you know what I'm saying? If you waiting on a nigga to be a millionaire before you consider dating him or marrying him, bro, he's already got a fleet of chicks on his side. He either got him one good one that held him down when he was trying to get his bread stacked up, or he got a fleet of bitches and they younger than you, they prettier than you, they have more everything than you. So what the fuck he want you for? Why would I wait till I'm 40 years old to go pull a Sarah Fontenot? Like, come on, man. To pull a Joy Taylor. Come on, man. That shit don't make no sense. They really got the game fucked up, dog. Because niggas out here that's rich got options, bro. And to be honest, a nigga that hasn't touched the liquid funds yet, but is rich in heart, got plenty of options. Take it from a nigga like me, man. We not waiting around for no Sarah Fontenot. I want a chick that know in her gut that I'm a rich nigga, that I'm gonna be a billionaire. My money ain't stopped yet. My money barely even started coming in, and I already good. You know what I'm saying? I'm already straight, and my money really ain't even started flowing in the way that it's going to. But, you know, a chick might look at me, a chick like that might look at me and overlook me if she was just looking at my bank account. But if I walked up on her, it'd be a different story, dog. Because you should be able to feel that emanating from me. But the thing is, why me and her would never be together, because, nigga, I don't want no chick like her. I could smell chicks like that a mile away. I could smell them coming just like a chick with a good nose could smell a nigga with money, whether the check cashed or not yet. You feel me? And I guess white women, and I ain't just gonna say white women, but black women. I know a lot of black women that got a nose for it, and they better at doing that than the ones that they parading around on social media, acting like they doctors and influencers and they relationship specialists and shit. Man, I'm so tired of seeing this chick, man. Would somebody please go in and cuff her? I thought Nick Cannon was going to take her. You know what I'm saying? I seen her on Nick Cannon's podcast. I thought he was going to go in and rescue the bitch. But apparently he didn't. And kudos to him for being semi-intelligent. You know what I'm saying? But and that's the thing too. Because a lot of niggas who get richer, younger, I guess you could say, they cornballs. Where you gonna find a nigga who makes $100,000, $300,000 a year and he's 30 something? He's probably got a cornball ass job. That they give corny niggas money a lot. And you know, niggas who don't have a lot of vision for the future and a lot of belief in themselves, they go out and try to get the best job that they can. So you're going to find a lot of weirdos with money young. You know what I'm saying? Even these celebrities and shit, these rappers and shit you see, women, these niggas is weirdos. 90% of these niggas is weirdos. So you go trying to shop out of a pool of niggas who make $100K plus a year or whatever the fuck she said, $300K a year. Man, you're going to be shopping out of a pool of weirdos anyway. You know what I'm saying? To begin with. So, it's not a good look, sis. If you don't know what you're doing, just say that. Don't be out here acting like you got the answers, and the answers you giving look like they'll flunk a test. You know what I'm saying? To be honest. Like, real women, man, y'all gotta keep your eyes and ears open for the true qualities of a real man. And you will be able to see those qualities well into their youth. You should be able to see that. I see those qualities developing in my son. And my son is 10 years old. You see what I'm saying? He ain't rich right now. Like, he's a 10-year-old. But trust and believe he gonna be there. I know for a fact he gonna be there. Because the qualities, I'm helping to develop them. The qualities are showing themselves as we speak. So if you can't see that in a person, then it's probably because you haven't genuinely developed those qualities within yourself. I can see them because I develop them in my kids and I've developed them in myself. So she speaks about relationships from a place of fear. You can tell that she's got some trauma when dealing with relationships. She's probably made a lot of bad picks in the past. Probably had some niggas who made good salaries in the past too, and that shit didn't work out. And I wonder why. It's because of what I'm saying. And that's another thing. The chick is from Canada, then moved to North America, but talking about she want to build schools in Africa. Man, y'all gotta watch out. Stay away from women like this, man. The chick gonna drink off the culture. She gonna suck off the culture, suckle off the culture's tits. And then in the end of the day, she want to take whatever wealth she might establish and go to Africa to build some shit, to bring some clean water. Like, it ain't hoods right here in a place that she's leeching off of that could use clean water and resources and things. Like, man, stay away from people that talk like that. That's that Dr. Umar type shit, man. Them's kind artists. I'm going to take my money and I'm going to build up Africa. Nigga, you not African. But shit, she could be African if she want to, man. I don't know what she is. She look like an Asian, like I said. So, hey, whatever she is, man, I can't appreciate folk that don't want to help the hood out first, nigga. I ain't taking none of my money to Africa. Man, I ain't no African. I ain't helping nothing in Africa, dog. I'm helping everything over here where I'm at with my people. I could talk about this dumb shit all day, but I won't. I'ma try to keep it light for y'all. So, man, as always, I appreciate y'all tuning in to the LOS right there, to the League of Shadows. I appreciate y'all subscribing, man. We about to click up and make some real motion out here. For real. Y'all just wait. We in the preliminary stages, man. Y'all be patient. Unlike Sarah Fontenot. Y'all rock with a nigga before the page blew up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna be the ones that's blessed beyond measure. Beyond measure, because y'all rock with a nigga when I was coming up, when I had 1 follower, when I had 5 subscribers, man. Y'all fuck with me. Y'all see the potential in me, and I appreciate that. That is gonna be rewarded. Believe that. Guarantee that. Believe that. And I appreciate y'all, man. As always, it's peace and love. Love and light. Wisdom and insight. DOA. Putting shit together. To the next episode. 100.